Hi folks, it's Danny at Bradley James Classic Cars, and we're bringing you quite a rare car today. It's a first model year for the Rover 416. This is a GSI model, so it's the posh one with a lovely trim, which includes an electric sunroof, just 21,000 miles and possibly low mileage, and a real survivor. The car has had a rather expensive full paint job, so the paintwork is stunning. It's a very original car. It's completely rot free. It's a good quality set of Avon tyres, recent all round, and personally I think this particular colour scheme, the blue with the grey trim, obviously we will do something with these bumpers to get them a little bit more of a full luster back to them, but obviously they're a vinyl bumper, and the car itself drives perfectly well. In fact, a 1600 overhead cam engine, which is from the Honda collaboration, were always a punchy engine. This one does go very nicely. Personally, I think the size of the car is great, very easy to maneuver in and out of a normal size garage, but importantly it's an affordable modern classic. And actually, as these cars from the 80s start to get more and more popular, they edge towards being free from road tax. This one's got a few years to go, but I mean it's getting there. But it's also a car that can keep up with the flow of traffic. The dealer stickers are in the windscreen. The car's been very nicely recommissioned, so it drives perfectly well. And if I get a little closer, you'll see just how nice this paint job has been. It's really given this car the sort of ready to go to a car show look to it. And as you can imagine, with just 21,000 miles, there's a lot of life in this little car. Now, we do sell a few Rovers because I find that people have fond memories of, you know, the good old days before ECUs and extremely high running costs come from modern cars that seem to require a computer reboot every time they go near a garage. One of the reasons I think this car will be nice and collectible is this huge history file. But if you just look at the standard of trim, this very much looks like a Rover. You've got real wood here, very plush, and a very attractive finish to the doors, as are the seats. Let's have a look. Now, when I told you there was a lot of information with the car, that's the press pack from when the car was launched. Remarkable amounts of information. So everything you could ever want to know really about the Rover. In fact, there's the things in here which even taught the garages how to sell them. And you'll see as I just flick through here, there is a huge amount of paperwork. It looks like the majority of it's old MOTs, obviously logbook, and this, as I said to you, there's a press pack, and it's manuals at the front, and there's even an unused Rover key fob, all in a big folder. I mentioned the electric sunroof, that's all working very nicely. And just for those of you who haven't sat inside a Rover for a while, let's remind you what it's like in here. The blue theme continues right through the car. We've got a blue dashboard. We have the wood strip that runs all the way around, a nice steering wheel, just 21,000 miles. It's fitted with its standard Philips radio cassette of the era. That's all rather nice, 5-speed gearbox, but as I say, the 1.6 does mean it is capable of a long distance journey and some comfort. And the only thing that's a bit odd with this car, it seems to have got a few little, it's been holed up a little bit on this seat here, which is a little odd. Almost looks like a pair of favourite trousers that have come out of the wardrobe and been attacked by moths or something. So there's a bit of holing to that seat, I'm afraid, but it's very minor. The driver's seat is perfectly fine. And there she is in the back. And it's a lovely bright day, so it's a great day to actually look around these cars. I'm going to pull the bonnet for you as well, and we'll have a little look together. I think I'm right when I describe these as a perfectly usable classic. That's a nice Bosch S4 battery there, always good to see that. Obviously a fuel injection system, the 16 valve engine, very punchy. The collaboration with Honda did create some nice cars from this era. We usually always have at least one 400 series, often there's a 200 series. In stock we happen to have a 600 series. They're always good sellers for me, and I find that people are happy because of the level of comfort, sort of retro styling of sort of last of the Rovers really. I guess they moved on to the 75 and that was about their lot. So there are people that do have fond memories of their ownership of these cars. And as I say, this grey theme where it's been repainted here, that it looks like the bumper line runs through the rest of the car. As I say, the GSI spec is very nice. So if you're going to have one, why not have a posh one? There are wheel trims, which rather than alloy wheels, but as you're going to say, with a 21,000 mile car, there's a degree of complete freshness, and the fact that this one has been treated to a repaint purely just to bring it right up to scratch, that was done by the previous owner and not us, it does make this car look very smart. Now if you buy wisely, the great thing about classic cars is that you can buy a virtually depreciation proof classic, and in fact if you buy the right car and you keep it for a period of time, rather than lose money, the least you'll do is hold on to the value of the car, and if you have it for a few years, the likelihood is it will go up by a small percentage most years. And in fact we've seen with some cars in 5 years they can virtually double in value. So the total cost of ownership of a classic car, with the lower insurance costs and generally lower running costs, can prove a good way of continuing motoring on a budget, but still no reason not to have a car that quite frankly has that sort of newish look to it, which a 21,000 mile Rover would have. So folks, it's in stock, it's available to be delivered anywhere in the country at a highly competitive price. We do offer a part exchange service, and we're happy to take your existing classic or modern or sometimes even a light commercial vehicle, and I've been known to have the odd motorcycle or scooter part exchanged. We are based in Hampshire, in Overton, and there's a railway station which is a short walk from us, so this is a perfectly good car to come and see, and if you like it and you give us some notice, the car can be prepped and off she will go. All the cars go through our own workshop, so they go up on the ramp, they get checked, they get thoroughly prepared and thoroughly cleaned, and so it does feel like a new car day, albeit most of our cars are at least 30-40 years old, it seems. So thank you for watching the video on this Rover 416 GSI, first model year, in stock today at Bradley James Classics, and looking rather smart in this colour, possibly the best colour scheme for them, and she drives beautifully well, and this I think would look great on anyone's driveway. Thank you for watching the video folks. It's Danny at Bradley James Classics signing out.